Okay, so I just did the voiceover with the guy in Slovakia listening over on Skype, and now he's happy with all the inflections, so we're making progress. Shout out to Abdul Rahman Adel, very cool name, who says, I love your vlogs on YouTube, which is very encouraging. He was looking at this. This was the day I interviewed the Sheikh Jackson director and actors from Egypt. And I guess maybe this guy's from Egypt. Or he's a fan of Egyptian film. And now he's a fan of me. Oh my god, I'm gonna be an Egyptian superstar. So shout out to Meet Leah, the first biodegradable disposable pregnancy test, or something like that. They just followed me on Instagram for some reason, because I guess I'm so virile. But I haven't had sex in like years, so I need to be efficient with the rest of my time today. Napkin Marketing wants me to read some stuff for a website I'm helping write. Brent Jensen is coming over at 3 p.m. to be my first guest on my first podcast. I do need groceries, but I might have to push that to the end of the day. I also want to go to the gym before the podcast. And then my accountant, Elliot, is coming over at 6 p.m. to work on last year's taxes, but I also need to add up some receipts that are in a pile on my table. Oh god. Oh boy, you know Christmas is coming when it's auditions for the parts of elves. This is my elf voice.
Josh Rackless. Cookie, I'm back from the workshop. Relax. Scratch games from the Colorado Lottery make great last...
Alright, crap. I just got into my gym clothes. Actually, here, let me show you what I do with my clothes. I bought this pair of shorts when I did my race, God, was it 2 years ago now? And they're little shorts, like the least material, so it wouldn't weigh me down. So they're definitely an option to wear when my other shorts are still in the, like, sweaty and then they're in the laundry. But they're a little too skimpy and sexy for the gym, so I put on this other pair of shorts on top of them. Because this pair of shorts that goes on top, they fall off now. They're getting a bit too loose. I got them free after a Kellogg's Vector commercial shoot like 15 years ago or something. So I combined the two. Brilliant, huh? More brilliant would just be to like buy pairs of shorts that actually fit. But I'm not that brilliant. I'm just like medium brilliant. Anyways, as a sign that I'm not that brilliant, I don't have time to go to the gym now. This guy's coming over at 3. And my old style would have been like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym for 20 minutes and then I'll try to make it up, but then I'll be in a big panic. So when I'm running late on things, I need to remove things from the schedule. So I'm just going to try to go to the gym later and I'll start getting ready for this guy. All right, I just recorded my very first podcast with Brent Jensen. Not my first podcast with Brent Jensen. Well, it is my first podcast with Brent Jensen, but it's my first podcast, period. And I did it with Brent Jensen, period. He's a podcaster and author and public speaker that I met on LinkedIn, and he said he'd come be my guest. I kind of screwed up because just as he was arriving, I'm like, oh, you know what? I haven't tested my computer to figure out how to record on 2 microphones. And so I just recorded us on the one, and I was getting nervous as I was making him wait while I was setting up, trying to figure out the mics, so I didn't bother going live on Facebook Live. I figured, you know what, let's just churn this out. But the talk went pretty well. It was like half an hour long. Yeah. So hopefully the audio sounds okay. I had to keep adjusting the levels because he was kind of far from the mic, and sometimes it's too loud, sometimes it's too quiet. And I was on the other side of the mic. He says he'll help me with the technical stuff, like getting it up on Libsyn, which is where you have to host a podcast, and getting it out to everything. And I just took a selfie, so he'll help me promote it. And all right, well, we'll figure this out. And he likes the name Celebrity Josh with Josh Rackless. I could call it just the Josh Rackless Show, but he was like, well, what's that, website you have, like Celebrity Josh? And I'm like, yeah. So I told him the story how I got that. And, yeah, because, it's easier to spell. Like if I'm on the show and I say, okay, go to celebrityjosh.com. Or if I've got a promo code, like if you go to arctic.com to get your t-shirts printed, you can tell them Celebrity Josh and they'll give you a discount, which is actually a true fact. So go to Arctic. You know what, heck, I'll say they're a sponsor of my show because they kind of are. See this dog here? In the elevator, its tail was like, it looked like the door was closing on it, so I reached down, I grabbed it and pulled it out, and the dog's like, what? And turned around. But the dog was very sweet, didn't bite me or anything, and the family thanked me. And there goes Elliot, my accountant. We just chatted for, I guess, an hour and 43 minutes. It's always good talking to him. It's motivational And it's also a wake-up call about money, but he wants to come back in a month and see how all my Amazon links and YouTubing is going. Oh, I guess an hour and 49 minutes. And Elliot really likes the Celebrity Josh thing. He thinks it sounds genuine and it's a good name. And I was telling him I want to start Celebrity Josh Talent Agency, Celebrity Josh Home Studio Rental, Celebrity Josh... and he says he has a network of people that he gets jobs through, and he's hoping that one day one of these people is going to get like super successful and hire him, and he says he's hoping I'm going to be that. He's hoping I'm going to become a billionaire. So anyway, I asked Elliot if he would come on my podcast or YouTube show, and we could talk about financial tips for entrepreneurs and creative people, and we can talk about how I'm working on figuring out how to monetize everything, and so hopefully he'll come on my show. Oh, and job one is to treat my life like a job. He said, you got so many things on the go, you should be getting up at 6 a.m. and working. You need to, treat your life like, it's a job. And I'm like, yeah, I waste so much time during the day. I sleep until noon. So yeah, no more screwing around. How did this happen again? I wanted to get groceries, but it's almost 8, and it closes at 9, and I don't want to take the streetcar and be in a mad rush running through the grocery store again. So maybe I'll go tomorrow morning. For sure. They didn't have any whole wheat buns left, just white bread versions, and then so I went with multi-grain flatbread because I'm edgy, and I'm also health nut. Okay, 2 things. First, apparently I got mailed a check for referring someone to Taking It Mobile. I think that's the company. I better clarify that name. But they fix hard drives. But they didn't have my apartment number. They just mailed it to the building, and the checks never arrived. What was the point of this story? Oh, right. So I took all the recycling from the mailroom up to my apartment to go through it. There's 0 chance it's in there, but I'm very OCD, so I'll show you that pile tomorrow. It's pretty funny, even by my standards, whatever that means. Second thing, Elliot, my accountant, told me, he's like, do you want to know how much money we pay? He works for this company that makes a little chip that lets you travel and use data on your cell phone or whatever. He's like, do you know how much we pay influencers for one Instagram post? I'm like, no. He's like, 3,500 pounds. I don't think he meant pounds of gold. I think he meant I guess the British pound. But what is that? That's not quite $7,000 now because of Brexit, but it's still more than $35,000. It's more than $35,000. I was like, wait, what? How many followers do these people have? And they're like, 400,000. I'm like, Well, I've got 2,000 now. Actually, 2,134. So if anyone has 398,000 friends, could you ask them to follow me, please? And then I can make a living doing Instagram, and then I can regale you with more videos of my adventures forever. Huh? And my double chin. Me and my double chin could entertain you. That's double the fun. Holy God. Oh my God, I need to go buy some healthy food tomorrow at the grocery store and go to the gym for 8 hours. Good night.